Want to grab a coffee with us? Do you know where coffee originated from?
No, not really.
I think it's one of the courses that, and it just makes me feel like a genius. Like I would mention a fun fact about one of the foods that we learned about.
Originated from Ethiopia.
That's impressive.
Food Studies AO1. The course title is Foods That Changed the World. And it's really the course that we like to introduce students to the Food Studies program, to tell you all of the ways in which our food choices are shaped. Food is really about everything. It's so central to all of our lives. The mother feeding her child is the first social experience we have. It's the biggest source of employment and has been, since the early times when we were all hunters and gatherers. But it's also central to our religions, our beliefs. I mean, every religious tradition has some kind of food that somehow starts things off and really sets the tone of the cosmology. It's the way that families join together. Our first experiences eating are within the family, and so we just we have these foods that, they're not called comfort foods for nothing.
We're all saying we love food and we just don't know why. I think it's a coping strategy for a lot of university students, just like sustaining your body.
Why do you like chili?
Because I think it's just like one of my comfort foods. Whenever I'm not having a good mood, I'm going to have like a bowl of chili.
Being able to be in the kitchen and just cook and learn different recipes and understand also how these foods have impacted society. So we looked at like coffee and sugar and like chicken and maize. In industrial age, being able to share our cultural foods with one another, that changed the world.
In this day and age, it's common sense that there has been mistreatment of people at the expense of us getting food, but I didn't expect it to be to that extent.
Also the inequalities of that, the ways in which some people labor for very little money so that we can have our cheap coffee in the morning to help us get up and go.
The way that I look at food has changed in the sense that I think about how it even got here.
Well, I hope that the class provides them a little bit of an understanding that we've really come to depend on agricultural supplies that are being threatened, and whether, in 100 years we'll be able to continue to produce in the same way and to feed people as we have before.
My favorite assignment I actually took in university, another assignment that we did, exchanging a recipe from your own culture with a recipe of another peer's culture. So we exchanged it and then we cooked it. So it was really nice just to have that connection and to see that we had that same nostalgic feeling of our parents, our grandparents cooking us our favorite foods, even though they're completely separate and the recipes are completely different. And it's a beautiful experience.